Hey everyone, it's Victoria and welcome to Victoria's Tarot, pun intended. So as you can see, I am in full screen now. I have a tripod, I have a ring light, everything's feeling good and set up, and I'm really excited to be filming my first video of a monthly series called Tarot Love Notes. So what is a tarot love note, you might be wondering? Well, that's a great question because I kind of made it up. But essentially, a tarot love note is a one card reading, and it's going to be one card for each of the signs. And as the name suggests, it is kind of a little love note from me to you, from the universe to you, from yourself to you. The tarot love note is intended to provide a kind of monthly mantra for you, and think of it as more prescriptive than predictive. So kind of like doctor's orders, apply where needed. But the reason behind this idea was to kind of simplify monthly readings down and distill them down to just one card so that it's something easy for you to recall and to call back during the month when you feel like you need it, or if something happens and you observe the energy of it taking place. So if you are just learning tarot as well, I feel like this is a pretty good series to just kind of get acquainted with all the cards and diving deep into each card. Obviously, because these are only single card readings, they're not going to be fully comprehensive and detailed, and they might not resonate with everyone, which is totally fine. But I do suggest checking out all your sign placements, the main ones. So your sun, your moon, your rising, your Venus, maybe your Mars too. But because it's just one card for each sign, it kind of will help to maybe build a wider picture for you. If you're looking for some more, some more love, you can read up on those. All right, so I'm going to stop talking and we're going to get into these love notes. Aries, your love note is the Nine of Wands. All right, the Nine of Wands, Aries. So this tells me that a lot of you are feeling exhausted and tired and defeated from 2020, because that was a hell of a year. And just because it's 2021 and just because it's January doesn't mean that, everything's reset. That's far from the case. So the love note for you, Aries, is recover, right? You've probably accomplished a lot in 2020, I would say. Like this background of all the staffs, that represents all your achievements, all the goals you managed to fulfill in 2020 despite the circumstances, despite the challenges. But it's really taken a toll on you. Like, it did not come without a cost. And so you might still be, like raring to go, and there might be some project or there might be some idea you're just like on the last legs of finishing up and you're just trying to get to the finish line. But just take a look at this poor fellow. Like, what this card is saying to me right now is to recover. January, that's the month. It's not about setting new goals, right? If you want to finish up this last one here, whatever step this is, I mean, sure, but maybe think about just chilling for a bit. I mean, he's basically using it as support right now to stand. Like, that's how tired you are mentally, physically, spiritually. So, the love note for you is to recover, recover. And look, you have your little budding leaves on the staffs. So whatever roots you put down last year, they're gonna they're gonna bear fruit. Don't worry about that. Just right now, focus on resting and recovering. Okay? Taurus, your love note for January is the Two of Swords. Two of Swords. So let's take a look at what this image is bringing up. I feel like a lot of you are going through some difficult decisions at the moment. Um, some of you are at a crossroads in your lives, whether that's professionally or in your relationships. Um, there's some pretty big decisions to be made, and at the moment, you're not able to see the clear answer or the clearest path moving forward, right? This figure is seated, blindfolded, holding up the swords in balance. Even though she can't see, she's highly alert to her surroundings. There's this kind of like sensei energy around her. And let's not forget the body of water in the background and the moon, both symbols of deep intuition and the subconscious. So the love note for you, Taurus, is to take your time. There's no rush to make any big decisions, and to just sit in whatever uncertainty there might exist right now. Sit in it and connect with your own intuition. Really connect with your deepest desires and dreams, because that's what will eventually reveal the path going forward. But for right now, for January, you can sit and just look inward, right? Take your time. Hi, Gemini. Your love note for the month of January is the Two of Cups. Isn't that beautiful? I just was so happy when that came up because it just feels so synchronous with your sign. This is a sister card to the Lovers. It has that very similar vibe, and the Lovers is your tarot card for the sign of Gemini. Um, and so we have another two that came up. So Taurus got Two of Swords, which is all about like looking inward and taking your time. Um, and you have the Two of Cups, which is all about exchanging love with another person, exchanging and being open and having an equal um, sharing of love and generosity and courage, um, as the lion, the winged lion represents up here. So the love note for you this month is to be open to exchanging love. I think there could also be a person in your life right now, or a person who's going to enter your life. Um, there is someone special, and this is a beautiful month to really get to know them, like whether it's romantic or friendship, or even professional relationship. There's an equal status that is very special here. You're meeting as equals, and it's a very honest and open relationship. Um, Open as in like open with your feelings and your vulnerability. I mean, it could also be like an actual open relationship. That's totally possible too. But yeah, the love note is very much rooted in love with this card. Is to just don't be afraid to offer your love, to offer and to receive love. Offer and receive love. That's for you, Gemini. Okay, Cancer, I have your love note for January. Um, it really just fell out. I didn't even have to shuffle much, but it is the Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords. So, the message I'm getting for you, Cancer, which I don't know if you really want to be hearing it, but the message for you is Carpe Diem, simply put, seize the day. And as you can see, like the energy of this card is like fast and furious and determined, right? I don't know if you're feeling that way at this moment. I think most of us might not be, but um, the love note for January to you is just go for it. Whatever it is, and in this case, if we're going by the Suit of Swords, there's a lot of mental activity that's been brewing. Um, so it could be an idea for a project or a business or um, something related to your career or changing careers or getting a promotion. Um, like there's definitely a bit of an aggressive energy here, but it's not something to be scared of, basically. Um, this love note, I think, is the push, the little, maybe big push, to just be like, go for it. Go for it. Seize the day. Seize the day. Um, like you're ready to go. There's momentum behind you, and you're gonna be doing just great for it, whatever it is you put your heart to. Okay, so that's your love note. All right, Leo, getting ready to draw your card here. So let's see what the Leo love note is. Um, Personally, I am a Leo rising, so I'm curious to see what this will be. Oh, and there we have it. Ace of Swords. Oof, Leo, your love note is all about, well, first of all, it's all about celebrating yourself. I think that's what it is. Celebrate yourself. That's the note. I was going to say some other stuff about like celebrating your achievements, but no, doesn't matter. Celebrate yourself. This is the crown that you're worthy of, that we are worthy of, us Leos. Um, yeah, and there's new energy coming this month too, in the form of ideas and passion projects and hobbies. Um, Whatever they may be, it's going to, that that light lightning strike of inspiration is going to hit you. Is going to hit you. So when it comes, you're going to be in a great place to receive it because you're going to remember the love note to yourself, which is celebrate yourself. Celebrate whether your successes have come to fruition or have yet to come to fruition. It's all worth celebrating. And more than the external successes, it's who you are as a person, that is what is worth celebrating. So Leos, celebrate yourself. All right, Virgos, your love note for January 2020 is the Six of Swords. Six of Swords here. So this card is all about leaving things behind. And 2020 technically has been left behind, but especially for you, I think, you Virgos, there's a lot of mental activity that happens with Virgos, right? Um, but there's been a lot of residual stress and residual grief, residual anxieties. Um, and so this card is just a reminder that even though you've had to leave behind a lot in 2020 that maybe you weren't prepared for, because let's be real, like none of us were prepared for 2020. But even though you've had to leave behind many of things that existed in your old world, this card and this love note is a reminder that um, there are new worlds on the horizon that you're traveling towards. Whatever you've left behind, um, it means that you're also on your way to new beautiful things. So there's always that dual action, that dual direction to keep in mind. That loss always comes with the added space for new things to come into your life. And that is a beautiful journey, right? So it can feel heavy, it can feel sad for sure. And it's important to acknowledge all of that, but to not stay in it, to remember to lift your head up, right? And to see what is awaiting you in the future and what is awaiting you in the present even. It's just about being present and not constantly thinking about the past and what's been left behind and what's been lost. You're also not alone on this journey, right? It's three people on this boat. You're not alone. So rely on those people who love you and who you trust to go on this journey together. The love note, if I could put it into one phrase, I think it would be to look ahead. Look ahead. We already know that you're releasing. At the same time that you're releasing and letting go and leaving behind, look up and look ahead. Hi Libra. Your love note for 2020 is the Four of Wands. Four of Wands. So Libra, this month for you, I think, is all about celebrating in community, right? Celebrating and living in community and being in relationship with others, with your friends, with your family, with your coworkers. This card is really filled with a sense of light and warmth and celebration and stability, right? I think given we have four of the wands, it's all about foundation, and we have this castle-like building in the background too. There's this sense of kind of gravity, groundedness, and foundation. And so I think the love note for you for this month is to rebuild foundation. Rebuild the foundation around you that is your community, reaching out to your loved ones, checking in on people, being again in relationship with others. It's a time for you, I think you're feeling quite in need of social contact as well, right? So go forth and make those connections, make those friendship connections, romantic connections, work connections. Like, all of you together is going to be stronger than any one of you alone, right? So maybe I should modify the message. I think it's rebuilding foundation, yes, but the foundation is other people you love and who love you. So just remember that for this month. Go forth and be a social, loving butterfly that you are. Scorpios, my sisters and brothers. I am Scorpio, so this will be a love note actually to myself, from myself to myself and to you, to all the Scorpios and Scorpio placements. Let's see what our love note is. A bit nervous. I don't know. And it's taken its sweet time, but okay, we got it. Ooh, Scorpios. Not to be biased, but I get personally emotional about these things. Our love note for January is the Fool. Oh God. I'm reacting like this right now because it feels so resonant for me. The Fool? The Fool, really? Starting from zero. That's what the message is. Yes, we're starting from scratch. Just speaking for myself, but yeah, Scorpios, I mean, we are the sign of constant transformation and evolving and changing and dying and rebirthing. So it shouldn't be a stretch to say that I think 2020 really caused a lot of internal and external transformative energy in us. And so I think a lot of us right now are finding ourselves back at square one for 2021. Not even square one, square zero. Square zero. We don't even know what to do next or where to go. Like, it really is feeling like we're just out in the void, in the sunny void at least. But you know, this is a nice card because it's a reminder that starting from scratch and starting from the beginning doesn't have to be something that feels like it's the end of the world, that you're failing, that you know you're clueless, even though there is a level of cluelessness to the Fool, of you know blissful ignorance. But I think on a serious note, the message here is to embrace the unknown. Embrace the unknown, because it's also in the unknown that all possibilities exist, that everything is possible. Like your wildest dreams are possible, right? Like this Fool is just, I mean, he's on the edge of a freaking cliff and he's just loving it. He's hopping away, prancing, la-di-dying with a flower in the sun. Like there's something about that energy, that kind of naive optimism, that I think we can draw from, that I think can help us, because we do tend to, Scorpios, we just tend to get really dark and moody, and intense, right? So the Fool is the perfect reminder to embrace the unknown in childlike wonder. All right, so this one got me shook, but that's our love note. That's our love note, Scorpios. All right, Sagittarians. My dear Sagittarians, fiery Sagittarians. Let's see what your love note is for January 2021. I have a few very close Sagittarius friends, so I usually think of them when I read for Sagittarius. Okay, I got a card. Sagittarius, your love note. Are you ready? The star. Like, this star is your love note. Look at how beautiful that is. It just makes me feel calmer looking at it. The star is all about renewal and regeneration. The star, I always like to remember, by the way, the star in the major arcana order, the star comes after the tower, and we all know what the tower is about. So I think that's just beautifully fitting in terms of coming out of 2020 and the tower of 2020 and the crumbling of everything we knew, and the chaos. That January for you, the love note here is that it's a time of renewal. I will renew myself. I will renew myself. This figure here, she's tending to her garden. I always love this picture because we have this kind of infinite body of water going on. Like, there's a pool and there's these streams, and she has two jugs pouring into them and they're flowing into each other. Like, you can't really tell what the source is. There's this, again, this sense of like infinity and regeneration of energy, and just like lushness, or budding lushness, I should say, right? Like, it's not like full on green canopies, but you can see that the seeds have sprouted. The seeds in your mind, or the seeds that you've planted in any projects, like, they are starting to peek out, right? So what did I say? Oh yeah, the mantra for you, the love note, is I will renew myself, and just come back to that when things undoubtedly get challenging in January, right? Because it's not saying that January is going to be a breeze, but that the thing to anchor you is knowing that you will renew yourself. You're already in the process of that, of achieving that inner abundance and calm and renewing. I will renew myself. Beautiful. Capricorns, hi. This is your reading. This is your love note. Let's see what we have. Some jumpy cards today. They're just feeling a little shy. Come on, Capricorn. Show us your love note. Capricorn, I know you don't like dealing with feelings all the time, but let us Let us read you a love note, please. Okay, well, two came out, but I'll go with the first one. You know what? I'll give you two because that's the first time two fell out at the same time, and they're kind of awesome. Well, first of all, your love note, the world. Beautiful. And then your second card was Seven of Swords. All right? Seven of Swords and the world. So, what is this about? I feel like for you, your world's about to change. Your world is about to change in some major way, whether it's in your personal life or your professional life, right? There's something beautiful about to happen, okay? Something beautiful that just kind of synthesizes everything that matters to you in life, that you value, that you love, and it's going to be birthed into the world, perhaps literally. Perhaps literally it could be birthed. And the Seven of Swords here, as another little love reminder, is to not self-sabotage. Yeah? Don't be constantly looking over your shoulder, wondering when things are gonna turn upside down. Because things might be feeling too good to be true for you, for Capricorns, or for some of you right now. It might be like, oh, everyone else is really going through a lot, but I'm kind of thriving, or my world's really kind of, you know, growing and blossoming, and it feels like something's wrong, or it feels like, can I get away with it? Like, is this okay? So this is the Seven of Swords here is to remind you to let that energy go. Let those negative imaginings or fears, like, just put them aside, right? And focus on the beauty of your world right now. I think that's your mantra. That's your love mantra. Your love note is, my world is beautiful. My world is beautiful. And it's okay for you to feel that happiness and to feel abundance and to feel success if that's what's going on in your life. You don't have to feel guilty about it or embarrassed about it. You can say to yourself, my world is beautiful. Okay? Wow, I am looking flushed. Okay. It's because of all the energy of the cards, y'all. Aquarius. Hi, Aquarius. Let's take a look at your love note. Let's see what the message is for Aquarians for January 2021. Okay, got it. Aquarius, it's a pretty straightforward one. Your love note is strength. Self-explanatory, but beautiful. So simple, but so profound. Sometimes, you know, the most effective messages are the ones that are the simplest. Aquarius, I think January for you is going to be a month of really digging into your inner warrior, right? But your inner warrior that is loving. It's not an aggressive energy, or if it is, there's the duality once again of strength and softness. of strength, but vulnerability. And so I think January for you this month is about finding strength in that emotional vulnerability within you, because this card, the strength does not refer to physical strength or even intellectual strength necessarily. I think it is much more of an emotional, self-reflective strength, knowing that in the hardest of times, in whatever challenges you come across, you have the ability to look within to draw out that resilience, that perseverance to just keep going. And not only that, but to keep going with a full heart, with love. That's something very beautiful. And I think Aquarians, at least the ones I know, they all have that quality to them. They really have this kind of the quality of this figure, this woman, just prying open, not even prying, but just gently opening the lion's mouth, without fear, without like overdue stress, without gritting your teeth, right? Like, you're able to really always be operating from a place of inner strength and love. So what is the love note, or what is your mantra? I would say that it is to, oh, look at that beautiful infinity sign too. The love note for you, Aquarius, for January is, I will look within and draw out strength through love. I will look within and draw out strength through love. That's where it comes from. That's the source of all good things. Pisces, my dear Pisces. Last but not least, Pisces. Can't ever forget about y'all. Pisces, let's take a look at your love note for January. What is your love note? Ooh, this wanted to fall out. Your love note, Pisces. Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands. So we have another ace card. Who was it? Leo got the Ace of Swords. And here you are with the Ace of Wands. So, gotta love these ace cards. January is gonna be feeling like a newer beginning for you, more so than I would say some of the other signs so far, where it's maybe been more of a continuation or a wrapping up or a hangover of 2020. But for some of you Pisces darlings, you're feeling kind of good to go. You're feeling you've gotten that kind of little refresh, a little reset. And that could be, some of you might be starting something new, like a new job, or new project, or it might be something budding in your brain that's maybe been percolating in the sort of final days of 2020, and now you're ready to kind of put it into action. But this is a very clear-headed, I want to say that's clear-headed card. It feels bright. It feels decisive. It feels hopeful, and that's going to be the undercurrent of your January. So the love mantra for you, dear Pisces, is I will take my passion and make magic. That's just what I'm getting. I will take my passion, because the wand is all about, you know, that inner fire, like that inspiration that gets you going, that gets you wanting to make stuff happen. And so there's this kind of energy of like grasping and going for it and casting some magic with the wand. I will take my passion and make magic with it. All right. Love you, Pisces. Hi, everyone. If you stay till the very end to see this little outro, thank you. And thank you for checking out this video. If anything I said resonated or entertained you, or if you hated it, please let me know. You can comment and like and also subscribe. I would love to add you to my tarot coven, let's call it that. And yeah, if you have a friend who you feel like needs to hear a little love note or 12 love notes, please share this video with them, so we can just keep sending each other beautiful, loving messages. I feel like we need them more than ever this year and this month. So yeah, thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next video.